vodka. Stop drinking coffee. Right, so yes, it is another Land Rover Defender. Are you getting sick of watching them? I'm kind of getting sick of doing them. This one's a little bit different. So unlike the last one that I did, which was a full interior, this is not. So I've got the dash. The dash, obviously I've got the end for here as well. No grab handle on this one. Just that on the dash, and that is it. Cubby box. It doesn't have a padded armrest, so that will get a padded armrest. So this is a 90, so in the load area, it's just two of these. Obviously they're going to match the front seats. No door cards on this one. Two of these, obviously a passenger driver one. The form might need a little bit of TLC on these. Frames are not in bad condition, but they will get a bit of a touch up with paint. So yeah, the joys of a 90, not as many seats. So because there's so few parts to this job, I'm going to just cut onto everything, but I'm going to cut most things out at the same time. I will get the leather out. I've already prepped the leather. I've cut the hides in half down the spine so I can get them on a roll like this. Just makes storing them, dealing with them a bit easier. My bench isn't big enough for a full hide, so half hides are perfect. I always work from the spine anyway, so having that cut line, straight edge, right down the spine is what I want anyway. So yeah, I always cut them in half, unless I need a full hide for something. I've never needed a full hide, but one day I'm sure I'll need a full hide for a job in one piece. Hides out. So I'm just going to cut out the dash parts first. Should be able to get them out of this much here. I don't need big pieces for the dash. So I'm going to remove the speaker, remove the switch panel here. Two main dash parts. I'll cut the end piece out somewhere up here on the leather. So now what I need to do, I need to cut out the centre panels for the two front seats. All the measurements for those are on the patterns, and then also cut out the pieces that are patterns, so the bolsters, borders, things like that. So I'll do all those. So that's all the pieces for the 2 front seats done and the dash. I need to do the 2 rear seats and the cubby box, and that is it. Yeah, that's it. So I'll get on to do all those. I'll come back to you when everything's cut out. I will cut the match marks in as well before I come back to you, because that's pretty boring. You don't want to see that. And then once the match marks are cut, it's time to form back everything, and then start to do some sewing after that.
The yellow on his head. Because he seemed like he was sort of...
Morgonen gryr, de djupa skogarna tystnar. Natthimlen glittrar, dimman ligger tät. Morgonen gryr, de djupa skogarna tystnar. Natthimlen glittrar, dimman ligger tät. Morgonen gryr, de djupa skogarna tystnar. Natthimlen glittrar, dimman ligger tät. Morgonen gryr, de djupa skogarna tystnar.
So all the pieces are now prepped. So I've done all the diamond stitching, form back what needs to form back, cut any holes. So the next thing is to just sew them all together. I think I'll start with the cubby box because the cubby box is going to be just the quickest. It'll get it out of the way, and then I'll probably move on to the rear seats because that'll be the next quickest, and then the 2 front seats. I've obviously cut out the dash leather, but I'll do all the things that need gluing together all in one go. So I'll get all the sewing out of the way, and then I'll get on to doing the dash. All the machining has now been done on the Land Rover. I've covered the cubby box off camera. I've got lots of videos on cubby boxes. You don't need to see me do this one. I'll put a link in the description to the other ones that I've done. The top needs to be done, so I need to make the board and the foam for the top of the box. I also have the rear seats, or the luggage area, load area, whatever you want to call it, rear seats, so the backrest, they need to be fitted on the boards, and the 2 seats. So the 2 seats just need stuffing with the foam. I've cut new foam to these, the foam that was originally sent. Was probably old and tired and probably not great quality in the first place. A little bit too soft for something of this size. So they'll get fitted. Obviously I've got the two backrest covers. I'll leave them inside out because it's easy to fit them when they're inside out. Just roll them on from the top. So both of them. And I've already done the seat bases. I did film that, so you will see that. So if you want to see all this getting fitted, tune into part 2. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it the old thumbs up. I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.